What's up, everybody? What's going on? PT I'm here tonight by myself between the pits. Everybody else must be busy doing something. They be coming on here in a little bit, Rhett and Gavin. CJ hopefully coming on, getting on between the pits with us. We had a third points race of the season last Saturday night at Palmetto. Comment, y'all. I see you on here. Y'all comment. We answer. Get on live with you want to. But we had our third points race at Palmetto this Saturday night. And man, oh man, it was old school mud ball. It rained every day last week. Patrick them had the pits pretty level, but it was slapped full of mud, son. It was bad. And I found a picture. That's a Kit Giles and his Giles and his borrowed Jeep, I think, and that tells a story right there. That it was an old school mud bog, man. I'm telling you, it wasn't full of water. It was soupy, but you had to have it to get through there. William, you missed it. I saw y'all missed it. William and David, Big Earl drove your truck. William, he did pretty good pass. But like I say, it was a mud bog. We had I think we got some shake up in the points. That's good. Had a bunch of people. A couple of them didn't like it. Didn't like the hole. Didn't want to run the trucks in. It was a bog. Like I said, it was good. Get in there and get the bogging. It was nasty. You had to have something. There's a bunch of trucks got pulled. I mean, there was some nasty trucks that didn't make it. They got stuck. They got pulled out. It was, like I said, it was old school mud ball. I got some change in the hands, some new belt holders. There's a new small tire, man, the small block. Rick Giddens, he got the belt. Finally, he's been working for that thing, man. I mean, driving, killing it. That truck's been running. They've been working on that truck, wrenching on that truck, and they got him a first place. Got him a first place in the small block class and got him the belt for meantime. I think Steve's still in the lead with them points. And I think there's a bunch of belts changed hands because, like I said, it was old school mud ball. Wasn't no dirt drag or no hard or nothing easy. You had to have something to dig through there. Yeah, Big Dave. Yeah, Big Dave liked that JBE big block forward. I see you there, Jacob. He ran pretty good. I mean, I hung around. I was loading up when he was running the V-Tread class, so I didn't get to see much of it. But old Jackson, I think our young gun, Jackson Cooch, I believe he made 2 passes. I don't think he got stuck each time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Jackson got through there twice. The unlimited and the limited was kind of rough. If you let out of it with the unlimited and limited, if you patted it or had to get out of it, that was it. They was pulling you out. I believe that belt changed hands too. I think maybe Johnny Martin got one of them or both of them. Well, like I say, it wasn't no slouch of a pit. Patrick, preferably, I liked it. I mean, the pit was boggy. Real boggy. There's a lot of mud. It wasn't a bunch of water. It was kind of soupy, but it was a bog hole, man. It was a bog hole. It looked good. The race looked good. Hopefully I'll have Gavin on in a little bit. But I know we got some fellas coming up in a week or two. We got a race right down the road here at Tyndall Farms that we got some fellas. Another series is kind of talking a little noise about their trucks and all. And I think it's the King of Streets, King of Super Street, I think they call them. They'll be at Tyndall Farms next weekend. What's up, Red? I see you there, Red, watching us on Red's watching us on YouTube. But race at Tyndall Farms next weekend. I think it's the 10th or the 8th. Blandham's having that race. It's a King of Street. That'd be the 8th. It's the King of Street series race. Y'all go out there and show out and let's get them. They've been talking a little noise been going on Facebook. I've seen here and there. But it's a horseshoe hill and hole track. Blandham's having. It's going to be a good race. Good race. Y'all going out there. Maybe the DOT trucks. Y'all will show up, show out, get us some, represent us good. Jeffrey, can I run a 800? If you can get an 825 cubic inch small block, yeah, as long as it's a small block, you can run it with us, man. Come on. I'd like to see 825 cubic inch small block myself. You'll definitely smoke me with my little 327. But we got we got a guest going to join us here in a minute. If I can get him on here, so I won't be on here solo. But yeah, good race Saturday. I mean, a lot of cleaning, a lot of breaking. It was carnage, man. It was rough. But if y'all get a chance to come out to Tyndall Farms on the 8th, y'all come on out there and represent. Try to help us out. We're gonna try to, I guess, chop some heads of these King of Streets, show them they come in our house. This is a second points race in South Carolina this year. I got CJ on here in a minute if he can figure. Look at, I got my man right. Let's see here. He's coming on here. We'll change.
What's going on?
What's going on, man? All the way from Pennsylvania, right?
Yes, sir. Just outside of Pittsburgh.
This is the he runs 2 trucks in our series, big block Blazer and a what's the Toyota? It's a Land Cruiser or a Land.
Yeah, Land Cruiser.
A Land Cruiser. He matter of fact, CJ won the small tire belt Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
The first place in the hole. It was a bog hole. What you think? You think?
Yeah, it was an old school bog. It was deep.
It was an old school deep bog. CJ, you made 2 complete. You didn't get pulled out with the Blaze. You made 2 passes, right?
First pass in big tire, I let out because I thought the front end was broke. Turns out everything was fine, and I scratched my second pass for big tire and then waited for small tire, and I only made 1 pass in small tire, and that was the pass that was good enough to win.
Oh man, I mean that truck runs. So we'll talk a little bit with CJ. Like I said, y'all from Pennsylvania, and y'all come all the way from around almost to Pittsburgh to race with us. That's a pretty good bit of traveling. And the Land Cruiser that's a small block truck, and you run in the small block class. It's a killer now. It runs. And it's what's that? A Chevrolet Motors, right? Or a small block Toyota.
As everybody else would call it, a toilet.
A toilet, yeah, that's right. Hey, it runs. But and you up there, I think second or third in the small block points too right now. I think you up there pretty good in it.
Should have been third, but I don't know how me not running in the small block class. So I'm just going to use that race as my drop.
Yeah, I think it might have shook it up a little bit. I don't think it probably hurt you much. But we'll talk a little bit. The racing up there. What in the world made you want to come way down here and race with us fellas down here, CJ?
To be honest with you, just class rules up here are a lot different. If you take like your truck or my Land Cruiser or anybody in the small block, you got to run a class up here called Super Stock, and basically you got to run with guys like Jeremy and Jay, and you know how that is. We ain't fast enough to keep up with them guys. I run around. They got a little organization up here called TSMRA. It's Tri-State Mud Racers Association, and it's like Ohio, West Virginia, and they got a set of rules that they run that they've had for probably close to 10 years now. But we just, with the small block ride, it can't compete with them big blocks.
Yeah,
I'd love to, but the rules are just stacked against us. That's all.
Yeah, that's why I'm a big fan. I like the small block class. I believe that's a dang good competitive, pretty fair class. I believe because it's pretty close. You can't bobble in that class. Oh, what's up? We got Scotty watching.
There's a lot of good running trucks in the small block class.
Yeah, I like it.
Real competitive. And some of them guys, like Steve and Dawn, they've proven they can run with the small tire guys. At least Dawn has with winning Little Do.
Yeah, I think he won Little Do in the small tire class with all the big block fellas.
Right. So it can be done. It can be done, but I don't know how
watching.
stack up against 44 tire trucks, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's that's and when you get in that big tire class, that's a different beast. That's a different beast.
Yeah.
But y'all's y'all Blazer, it runs good too now. That ain't no slouch neither. She runs pretty dang good too. In the small tire and the big tire class.
Yeah, we run it in the big tire class just to kind of help out with the numbers at Little Do, and ended up coming in second behind Addison. So it was pretty cool to be able to do that good in a class
Man,
that, you know, really not set up for. But
yeah. And you got some points and got you the small tire belt. I don't think you got the belt now. I think we made had a little issue with
yeah,
that, but we're gonna get it to you. We're gonna get it to you. We had some issues this weekend with the thing, I think, with another belt too, but that's another story for another day. But y'all had a good trip. Did you make it home good? Say come home Sunday night, maybe? Good trip home, good safe trip home.
uh, we we left the hotel Sunday morning, and we didn't even make it 5 miles up the road and had a blowout on the trailer tire.
Dang. Mm.
But we we had it changed and was back on the road in about 10 minutes and didn't have any other issues the rest of the way home. We got up here about I don't know, probably 7:30, 8 o'clock. So it wasn't real late. So wasn't a bad trip.
No, that was a good deal, man. I mean, you had a lot of washing. You get the truck washed yet?
I don't know if Dad's taken on washing that thing yet or not. Uh, when I left his house Sunday, it was still on the trailer, so
Yeah,
it
I had to
could still
wash
be
two.
sitting in the same spot.
I had to wash two Saturday, Sunday morning, man. I ain't lying. They were muddy, brother. I'm telling you. Oh man, they were dirty. But that's what happens. I
I
enjoy
opened the
those
hood.
too much.
I opened the hood on the Blazer, and it really didn't look too bad up under the Blazer.
Yeah,
But it was definitely there was a lot of mud up under there because usually we have like 5 or 6 inches between the tire and the rear fender well, and you could barely fit your finger in there after
oh
I made
yeah,
that pass in
yeah,
small tire.
yeah. I
It was
saw
some
that. That's a lot of weight on that truck for it to run on
you
that
ain't
mud.
kidding.
Boys. It's a lot. It was a how y'all like the old school mud racing? You rather not old school race or what's
I'm
going on?
I mean, I'll do it. The only reason I didn't run the Land Cruiser is because you know how it is, the way we got
Oh
it
yeah,
set up. It's real low to the ground, and we get in them deeper pits like that. It just usually doesn't work out for us. And I know I did let my uh, ego get in the way and probably
yeah,
tear something up if I didn't just leave it on the trailer, you know. And
yeah. It
once
was
I
deep,
get that,
man.
yeah, if I'd have got it in second gear and it had enough wheel speed to pull it, it probably would have got out there about where Steve got stuck, and I'd have been shifting back into first and just letting her eat. And without a rev
Yeah,
chip in it, it just ain't a good idea, you know.
that's right. That's why we got them drops, man. That's why we got them drops. You get to drop one. I mean, that there was a hole at the end of that darn pit. Okay, it was a bad hole.
Oh, I know that pass that I made in the Blazer. I was feathering the throttle till I found that hole, and it got deep, and I stomped it back down to the floor, and it didn't want to pull back up like it was. It was struggling to pull past 6,500. It was some thick stuff, man.
Oh, it was. What thing about me? It wasn't a bunch of water. It was just soupy mud, bro. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's that kind that rolls right back in. You never knew anybody made a pass in front of you.
yeah. It wasn't no ruts all night hardly. It kept falling back in the ruts, filling back in the ruts.
Yeah,
But
I
y'all used to run some. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I said, you and your daddy used to run some MRA or something around all around mud racing too, didn't you?
Yeah, my dad, mid '90s until probably late 2000s, he run NMRO, National Mud Racers Organization. He run their circuit for a lot of years, and His truck, he's had a few over the years, but they've always been Toyota based. And the one that he's got that would run in limited class, it actually had an 89 cab on it. And I want to say around 2002, we pulled the rules changed for the class and they allowed fiberglass bodies. So we pulled
Yeah.
the steel cab off and put a fiberglass S10 body on it because couldn't find one with a Toyota body, you know. But in 2003, he did a lot of traveling and he ended up winning the points that year
Oh,
for
awesome.
NMRO Class 3. And he's got a national record. I forget what the distance is, but I want to say it's probably like 125 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh, Basically limited truck, put on DOT tires, uncut, and he's still to this day, as far as we know, he still owns that record.
Dang, I didn't know that. That's pretty neat there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a record holder. He's a good old fella, boy. I tried to
yeah,
give him a little
he's
devil Saturday night, but he wasn't taking it.
yeah, he had me run the truck there Saturday because he said that, kind of like I seen a couple guys talking, said that they like to go fast, and that's how Dad is. He likes to go
Yeah.
fast. He
Oh
done
yeah.
that old school bogging stuff, but
Yeah.
he says that he'd rather make that pit in like 5 seconds on a bad
That's
day
right. That's
rather
right.
than like 12,
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I had like a 13, I think, one pass. I think that's good, man. We need a little bit of everything, kind of make it even for everybody. Us low horsepower fellas can't keep up with y'all big killers up there. So
Oh,
we
you
gotta
can't
make
give me that.
a little ball somewhere in there, huh?
Hey, I got that.
No,
I got that low rider. It
yeah,
don't work in them old school bogs. If
yeah, I
it's
know.
got a good starting line and you can get a hold off the starting line, it does pretty good. But if the starting line's not there like it was Saturday, it don't like it too much. But we changed
That's
some
like,
stuff
yeah, it get,
and
I mean,
we'll see
I
what
ain't, I,
happens.
that's the first time I've ever seen that pit like that. I have never seen it that bad because my Walker had his little buddies from school down there racing, and they told me, they said, Walker said you got the track record for down here. I was like, yeah, and the small block track record is like a 4.0, I think, and that boy's like a 4.0. I said, hold on now, what? It wasn't in no hole like this right here. It ain't no. So it
Yeah,
was a totally different game Saturday night.
yeah. 2 years ago when we come down and race, it was a lot
It's
faster
fast.
than that.
Yeah, it's a lot faster.
I think you won that night. I think you run like a 4-1 or something like that.
Yeah. I got
It's a,
accused of digging the pit out, but I ain't touched that pit. Just for everybody to know, put it out there. I ain't touched it. First
I
time
heard
I've been
that.
down there was when y'all was down there.
I heard y'all had like 5 days straight of rain, so Mother
Oh, it
Nature
rained
didn't
every
help
day for a
matters.
week, man. I
Yeah.
mean, it was full. The only thing we did is he borrowed our plow. We took our plow down there and dropped it off for Patrick, and then Daddy went down there and cut the grass. And other than that, it was him, Patrick, and his fellows did it. It was, like I say, I think it was pretty good for all the rain he had.
Yeah. Somebody said they burned up like 3 pumps trying to get the water out of
Yeah,
it.
it was full of water. They said what, Thursday night, I think. Yeah, Steve said his doesn't like it either. He know his truck don't like it, but I
He
believe
got
Steele's leading in the points though. But
he
that's
still got them down swept headers that kind of
yeah.
hindered him that air Saturday. I'm sure he'll have a remedy for that. He won't let that
Oh, he'll
happen
work it.
again.
Oh, he hates it. I hates it. Steve's my boy and all. It's my buddy and all. I don't think he was too happy, but hey, his truck
Nah,
it runs
yeah,
now. I mean, it's a killer. So I mean,
it's fast. It's a fast ride.
oh yeah, it's getting it. It's getting it. So y'all ain't got much runs around y'all's, man. The weekends or y'all
Uh,
don't all weekends or whatever.
there's one track. It's actually only like 20 minutes from my dad's house, and It's an old school bog pit, you know, but we usually don't run out there. Uh, they actually have a wet spring that feeds into the pit like all year round,
Dang.
and that's their way of putting water into it, and it even throughout the day, like it fills it up, and you better have her watertight if you want to make it through that pit because it can get it gets a lot worse than Saturday night.
Yeah, that water's something. That's a totally different story.
Yeah,
When you
yeah, we don't like that water business. It's hard on parts and stuff.
I had one time. I had a K5 Blazer. I think mine was a 78, and I was running that thing with a small block, and we had a race down here at the house. Hell, that's been years ago. And my mom-in-law, she wants to ride. I want to ride. I want to ride. I want to ride. So I rode her in it, man. And I run the horseshoe at the house, and I come back, made a turn, it cut off, and I had mud on that thing. It sucked up mud and water. It had big as my fist on top of the pistons. I said, man, that water's is
Yeah,
awful.
I don't think we've ever had it that bad, but
It
there's
was,
been there's been some of them that they you can't do nothing about it with Mother Nature either.
oh yeah. I mean,
It is what it is.
he did good. I think our next race will be at Little Do in August, and that'll be good straight line racing. Y'all boys will be back chopping heads again. Steve, I see. I know he's watching. So
I
Steve
can't
and
see
Mr. Don.
anybody. I can't see anybody commenting, so I'll just take your word for it.
we I guess you prefer flat track, not really flat track, but regular old straight racing, mud racing, eh?
I mean, up here we don't have anything like the only thing we have up here is like fast track, like at your place, and then
Yeah,
probably there's a few around that are old school bog pits, and then some of the other ones are like the one at your track that's closer to the tower.
yeah,
It's comparable to that one, but we run them. We're not scared to run it. It's just a lot of the times, like there's some of them that they don't pay back real well. We went to a race with my dad's truck one time, and he set the track record. And when it come out the end of the pit, it was so rough, it broke a uh, universal joint on the steering column, and that part was $68, and he only won $63. You know, so
yeah. That's
it's kind of sucks, but
yeah,
it is what it is. There's a family that's started up this racing series called KOI,
yeah.
and they were in with all the local fairs and stuff, and they put on their schedule is impressive. Like, I bet you they put on 200 races a year.
Dang, really, man, that's a lot.
Oh, oh yeah, they have like 200-foot side by side,
Yeah.
eliminations, and we went to a couple of them. We went to one last year, and they actually come over to my dad after he made his first pass in that Blazer, and they're like, can you not run again? That thing is too fast."
That's pretty
And he
good.
was
Yeah,
he's like, "I've never had anybody say that to me before." He's like, "I've never been told I was too fast to run."
too fast. Yeah, I know. We need to
But
find something a little closer to y'all. Go ahead.
there's all kinds of races in West Virginia. Like
Yeah,
as many as you guys have local to you, we
yeah,
probably have that many, and then probably another 5 or 10, on top of that, all
yeah,
within they're all within like 3 hours, 3.5 hours of home. And they usually have pretty good tracks, pretty good turnout on trucks,
yeah.
but they all run that rules, that puts me in with the big blocks. So usually don't usually go to them too often.
I'd like to maybe we can get in touch with some of the track. I'd like to get at least one track close for y'all. Y'all doing all this driving. We can at least come a little closer. Maybe we can get into a series race up there. So y'all be y'all's home track, maybe, Try to spread the wealth a little bit.
I know Scotty come up to Hidden Valley. They host the Flag Wars race. And I know Rhett was talking about possibly trying to get with them about maybe doing like a bonus points or something like that with them. And they even have a different set of rules from what the other West Virginia tracks have.
Really?
And it's hard to find places like a lot of the tracks around home. That's the old school Balgan ones. They just run tire size. They don't actually split it up any other way. It's just tire size.
Yeah, that's how it is around here. A bunch of them just run just a tire size.
And there's let's see, there's probably 3 or 4 of them like that are pretty close within a 2-hour distance, and then there's some local fairs that put on mud bogs too, and we'll try and go to them if they have them. And I actually got a picture. I think I might have it on my Facebook that it's the Land Cruiser midair flying, and they built the pit on top of their pulling track because they didn't want to dig it up. Yeah. And I told them before I made my pass. I said, this thing's kind of fast. I said, you might want to knock the hump out of the end. I said, if not, I'm going to go for a ride. And they're like, oh no, it'll be okay. That picture's got the Land Cruiser about 3.5 feet off the ground. After that, they stopped the race and took the hump out so that it was smooth.
Yeah, I thought they run a bunch of hill and hole around there, don't they?
Up here, not really. Probably the closest one would be that Flag Wars, but I don't think they run the hill and hole there. They used to, but I guess there's some tracks over in Virginia that they run that hill and hole stuff, and there's a couple out east that in the eastern part of Pennsylvania that there's a place called the Buck, and it's like what Palmetto was the other day. Like it's that consistency of mud, and it's built on top of a pulling track. And we've always wanted to go, but it's like 4.5 hours over to there, and
that's got to be closer than Palmetto.
Yeah, it is. But they, like I said, like it's all rules based, and and that's like even if you go into the Midwest, I got a couple invites from some guys to races out like Illinois and stuff like that, and a lot of their small block class or 35 tire class rules are you got to have steel heads, which that kicks us out.
I want to go to Mississippi, that proving grounds, or where they got a race. They do a bunch of racing in Mississippi, but I don't see where my truck will fit in down there. Is
that all them boys that run? Yeah, they run 35 cuts.
All of them's got cuts. I mean, cuts and nitrous. But I saw the times, and if they run a 200 foot with the times they posting,
I think they run in 300 feet.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, they got it broke down by like their classes are by time. So like I think they have like a 5. Yeah, 5.0, a 4:35, stuff like that. Like they got quite a few different classes that you could get into, which I've run mine in 300 feet on motor, and it doesn't like 300 feet. Like it's not geared for it, but I've turned like a 490 pass, but it runs out of gear at like 200 feet. So by the time you get to 300 feet, it's just screaming.
Yeah, I'd like to try it. Patrick's trying to get us to go line up something and go down there and race, do some grudge racing, some kind of with them fellas. Yeah, Miss Stephanie, I didn't win Saturday night, so all that work I did on that pit, I didn't win. I got second place, first loser. Rick beat us. So
Who ended up third?
I believe Rick got third.
Oh, good for him.
I think it was Rick. I think it was Rick, me, Rick, and Walker got fourth, and either David Williams or Jackson got fifth, I believe. I ain't too sure. Gavin has all that. So
As I say, I figure he'd be posting that up here in the next couple of days or something.
yeah, I think you figured that out. You know how it is with race. I was trying to figure out the points and where I stand and guessing, and
yeah,
I think Steve's still leading the points. I believe he's close, but
yeah, I'd assume he is. He's got us by a little bit, and I don't know if Dawn. I think Dawn might have taken and like settled just for like last place points or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
So
You got last place if you was entered or whatever, didn't run or whatever. You got last place points. I think that was 7th place or 8th. So you got 8th place points. What's up, Corey? But I mean, it's so
I won't
close.
be able to make it to the next race, so I might have a
That's
stand.
right. You got a baby
tracker.
coming out. You got a
Yes,
baby
I do.
coming, don't you? When's
do.
the baby supposed to be born?
Her due date is the same day as the little due.
Oh man. You don't want to miss that. You better miss that mud race.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna miss that one for sure. That's why you was talking last week about possibly moving the date of your race, and I was trying to get you to push it out instead of moving it up a week.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It's just a lot of stuff going on, so we got to do something. I got to do something this week to get it announced. I know these fellas saying they got some people to make plans to come and this and that and vacation for work and whatever, but they might have it on that weekend, but I won't be here. I got a cousin or something that's getting married, so
right.
Yeah, is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think the wife would be too happy with me if I come to that race with a 1 week or possibly 2 week old.
Yeah, man. I mean, the baby will enjoy it. Jeez, come on.
Yeah. Whenever I was born, my mom took me. I was like 3 or 4 days old. She took me. My dad was going racing, and my mom said she wanted to go with him. My dad said absolutely not. So instead of going racing with my dad, my mom took me to a tractor pull.
Oh man, you got it in you. He was telling me about about the last daughter. He was, I think his sister or whatever. He was coming back from racing from somewhere in South Carolina and missed it or something. I think he was telling me Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, the older sister, her dog just had puppies last week or week before last, so she couldn't leave him at home by himself, so she missed out on coming down with us.
That's a good deal, man. I mean, you got some fast trucks, and you won. How long you've been racing? Your 3rd year racing with us, or second?
Second, I raced in 21, and then missed last year because just too expensive to travel, and then this year we're back again.
Okay, I thought you raced last year. I missed out on that.
Nope. I missed all last season. We raced a little up around home, probably 5 or 6 times, but we didn't do any traveling last year.
Yeah, everything's expensive as hell nowadays, but it's unreal. So
I'll tell you what,
go ahead. What?
It's not that bad coming down there to you guys. Price of diesel fuel's more than $1 cheaper from up here to down there. Yeah. I fueled up before I left, and it was $4.45. And then the farther I got closer to you guys down there, it was like $3.19, $3.30. Yeah. So it was more than $1 cheaper. So it didn't hurt me as bad down there.
No, it ain't too bad. Yeah, I'm glad he's racing with us back too, Steve. That gives a little competition, even though they're whipping me this year.
Well, we did some changes from Little Dew, and I was hoping to test them at Palmetto, but uh, I opted out. So maybe next
Yeah.
race, or maybe we'll try and find something between now and then, and do a little testing on it and see whether anything helps out or not.
Or you think your daddy can drive it at Palmetto? I mean, Lil Do? Or you gonna hire
Yeah,
somebody to drive it?
he's got a buddy that uh, he's been racing all his life. He actually come to Palmetto race 2 years ago. He had a red and white 90s body style step side Ford,
Yeah.
and he's he's had multiple different ones throughout the years, but he said that he'd be willing to ride with my dad, and I said, hey, if you want to run it, you can. I said, get me the points. So
Yep.
he might step in. If not, it'll be dad or my
Lil Do.
sister. Yeah, you never know.
Hey, she's the lightest one out the crew. She might be the fastest one,
That's the youngest sister that
the
always
youngest
comes
sister.
with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
she's never raced it. Uh, the other sister, she's raced it a few times, but she hasn't raced it recently. So I think it's gotten a little faster since the last time she run it, and she might be a little scared once she steps on the skinny pedal.
Nah, come on. That thing, y'all got the axles on the top of the leaf springs or the bottom of the leaf springs on that deal.
Uh, we actually just flipped the one on the front.
That's fine.
Um, the one on they were factory. They come on the top,
Yeah.
and we just switched the front housing to a pickup housing, lighten it up a little bit, and we put it under the bottom this time. See if it'll give us a little more ground clearance up front.
Yeah. I thought it was on top last year for last, whatever you was racing. The set kind of low. But
Yeah,
it runs. It's on gun runs now.
yeah. I had a cousin that had one back in the day, and he run 38s on the front and 35s on the back with a big block. And my dad always had a Toyota like yours, and
Yeah.
my dad was always trying to catch my cousin, and he could never. It was very few times that he was able to get him because that
I mean,
them Land Cruisers, they just work.
I thought it was a Jeep for the longest. I had no clue when you started racing it was a Toyota. I would have bet my
Yeah,
paycheck it was a Jeep.
there's not a lot of people. If it don't have the badges on it, there's not a lot of people can pick them out. But we
What
actually,
year is it?
it's like a 1970. They were
I
they were
got
just
my
a V6 or inline six motor with a little 3 speed or 4 speed in them from factory.
yeah.
Great,
My
great for wheeling and stuff.
yeah. My daughter wants to start racing, and I got a little Samurai at the house, but I'd love to find her that doggone a little Land Cruiser, a pink, a teal. It's got to be teal, almost color as yours, but it's got to be teal. That's what she wants.
Yeah, they're hard to come by anymore.
I mean, that's the only
At
ones I've
least,
ever seen. It's yours.
I mean, I got another one, but it's in real bad shape, and uh, I see them from time to time on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff
Yeah,
like that. But typically, people they just want like outrageous money for them, even if they're a giant rust bucket.
yeah, they gold, bro. They gold. I thought doggone Gavin was to come on with our points recap, but I guess I ain't. He must be busy too.
Yeah, I was gonna say where everybody else at.
Everybody's busy, man. It's just I thought I was gonna do it solo, so I got to find somebody with some content to talk. I know a speed demon like yourself will get on here. I hate it was a last minute deal, but hey, it works. It works.
Yeah, yeah, no
We got.
problem.
I think our next points race is in August at Lil Do. We ain't got but what 3 more left. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, Little
And,
Do, then your place, then back to Palmetto.
yep. Our race is gonna be fun. We got everything wired, got the light working. It's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be on the flat
Is
track, but it ain't gonna be a flat track. We're gonna plow it, make it a little boggy. So
is that the points race you're talking?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. That'll be fun. Is it just going to be heads up style then?
Yeah, that's what the plan is. That's what Rhett them wanted. They wanted a heads up race. So we built a light that's got a stage, a pre-stage, a green light, instant green, and a red light. So you can't leave. And we got a wind light. So that's what we're gonna run it 200 foot, first man at the other end, draw for lanes. Whatever lane you get, it's the lane you get. So
Pick a
and I
number out
guess
of the hat, and that's who you're racing.
we'll draw a number out the hat. We ain't gonna do the digital thing like we always do. I got chips. We'll draw some chips and let it go. I think it'll be
That'll
fun.
be that'll be a fun race for sure. That'll show you who's a good driver and can cut a light.
Yeah, I ain't too good on them lights, so we might
That
even do some
instant green
call outs first round.
that
Go
instant
ahead.
green stuff's that instant green stuff's fun. There's a track that has sand drags not too far from my dad's, and they did that. They called it the frostbite drags. They had it in like December, and it was
Oh,
cold, but it was a good time.
some people like that. I ain't never done it. I got my man on here, Mr.
On.
Gavin finally decided to join us. What's up, Gavin?
Yeah. What's going on?
I got my man CJ here, all the way from
yeah.
Pennsylvania. I believe he's the farthest. Oh, yeah.
I
CJ
think he is the farthest.
Yeah, him and what you been up to, man? You got all our points figured out and counted out?
I got
changed up on?
I got a rough estimate. I've been turning wrenches on Mushroom all day. I haven't got a chance to actually calculate it, but I got our sheets.
Ooh, I did some calculating myself yesterday.
Let me check.
Some guesstimates, but
I left him at the shop by accident. My dad took photos. Small tire. Who's our winner?
CJ's on small
Yeah,
tire.
CJ. Yeah, CJ. Small tire winner. Small block was Rick.
Guess what?
Rick.
They got the male CJ that built.
Oh yeah. Big tire winner. It's Ricky. Oh, it's damn. Ricky won big tire. Look at that.
Ricky Hartzo. That truck's running too new since he did it.
Well, let me get that. I could do the points real quick. It don't take too long.
He can add that up.
Oh yeah.
You still there, CJ? Like he froze up.
Nope, I'm here. I'm just listening.
Oh, he's listening. I should have give you a little early advance, and you could have got your daddy on here. He'd probably enjoy to get on here and talk. We had to line that up next time.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of stories. He's been racing so long. He's been all over the country, and seen a lot of things.
Miss Katie, we might give Jackson a buy or something. We'll work out something with that 600.
Y'all got a race lined up?
No, we talking about the shootout race, the heads up race at the house in September. We're gonna have. I bet Rick's smiling. Go ahead.
Rick was real happy after I talked to him after he said he won. He was real happy.
Man, that's awesome. He's been working for that thing, Bo. He's been
wrenching on that thing hard.
Yes, sir. And it's running. He outrun me the weekend before last in Orangeburg, and then he outrun me this weekend too. And I told him Saturday night he'd come over there smiling. I said, "Look at boy, I'm about tired of this. It's gonna stop." I said,
I don't know what
I'll tell you what.
He's been nipping at my heels every race.
They got that thing running, Bo. It's right there.
At your track, I think he was only behind me by like a tenth or two with the combined times, and then at Little Do, I beat him by 0.006. So it was close.
I mean, yeah, he's they've been him and Ray been working on that thing, and it's a killer. It's running.
I went up to him before he run at Palmetto. I said, "Hey, you don't have to worry about me beating you tonight. I said, I scratched this. he said, well, you make it easy for me.
That's what I told myself. I hope you win it all, man. Keep it all year. I'll be good for you. You deserve it. He's been running with us since the beginning. I think he ran with us before the small block class come about.
Yeah,
A little scrappy.
Him and Ray, they got quite the team there.
Steve and Code Blue, they are close. Steve's still your points leader.
That's what I figured. I added up as about 145. Yeah,
Steve's
I added
at
up as about
145. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
In the small block. Yeah, that's what I added up. I think he's got Ray or Rick by about a point, maybe.
Yeah, he's got him by a point.
Yeah, that's what I gathered. How about the rest of us? I'll move up.
Steve Hahn's still your point leader.
Yeah.
Let me go up small tire.
I don't think we moved out of nothing much.
I fell way down without running.
I don't think he fell out the top 5, man. I mean, it's close. It's too close, man. It's a point separated each position, so it don't really. You got last place points. So.
No, I didn't even sign up for last place points. That was I got my money back before the class started.
Oh,
I should have just got last place points, but that was me trying to save $50 towards fuel to get back home.
I understand that, Bob. I understand that.
That $50 wouldn't even pay for that tire. It went blowed out on the way home.
No. No, Steve said he can't mess up again. That's right. We're gonna dig all the mud holes about 4 foot deep, Steve.
That thing of his is a rocket.
Oh, I'm telling you, Bo, it's a damn killer. It's a killer.
You guys ever run your truck on cut tires?
Mine, I'm scared too, Bo.
Why?
It leaves too good, but I'm scared. I'm gonna tear my. I got both. See, I can drive my trucks. I guess you can say redneck homemade built. You know, we build all stuff at the house, and I don't think it'll hold it.
So do I.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, it'll only come apart one time, and then you'll build it stronger the second time, and then you don't have that problem.
That's right. I got 2 sets of cuts at the house. I just ain't never tried them, but I ain't never had to. Steve said he's gonna put tractor stacks on that thing next time. I mean, that's the only way I can outrun him is a bad deep ball hole. So
Kit's still your points leader for big tire.
Kit's leading big tire. Watch out now.
Kit's still leading, but got him by 2 points.
I just want
to third.
I want to outrun them fellas at Little Dudes. What my plan is. I hope it works out. We'll see.
Oh yeah. Hey, you might get them.
I got something. The truck's running halfway. That Mr. Don and Steve, them some fast small blocks, brother.
Yeah, Don's got his running pretty good too.
Yes, them race trucks. Them 2 race trucks. Only 2 race trucks in the small block class. I figured they'd like that if I tell them that, ain't it? You hear that, Mr. Don, with that race truck, you and Steve? Them race trucks. How about hey Gavin, you see the little chatter on Facebook about with the King of Streets about next weekend?
I did see it with Chris and them going at it.
Yeah. Who got the belts? Let's see. Small block belt, Rick got it. Giddens, he went to Georgia. Back to Georgia. I bet staying in Georgia, man. That ain't worth the poop. The small block belt's in Georgia. The small tire belt, that's supposed to be going to Pennsylvania, right?
Yep.
I guess I'm going to have to mail it. I'm going to have to get that thing and mail it.
Big tires, it's a little complicated. Should go to Addison.
Yeah, I think we worked that out. I got a phone call today, but we're going to work that out.
It's still a little complicated.
Yeah, the tractor tire belt went to Zach.
Yep.
Zach, the new man in the Cancer Sucks, he took the tractor tire belt home. The
he took him by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, that's a V-tread class. I mean, that's the only rule in that class.
Must
It's got to be born an agricultural tire. I don't give a
Yep.
damn what you put the tire on. It's got to be born an agricultural tire.
Yep.
Who ended up with a limited and unlimited? Johnny?
Johnny for unlimited. Limited is still Robert keeps it because I wasn't able to make
Robert
a pass.
kept it?
Yeah, because Johnny didn't make a pass. I didn't make a pass because my truck broke. Jason King's not registered for limited. So we just said Robbie keeps it because they all tied. Because
I
Robbie
thought
didn't make a
Jason-
pass either.
I thought Jason made a pretty good pass on darn in the unlimited.
He did. But Johnny still had him. I think Johnny ran a 4.1 to his 4.3.
I think he run like a 4.0.
Yeah, might have
I
been
think
the
he
4.0.
said. That was
Johnny.
that was a little slow for Johnny.
Johnny has got a killer in that thing, Bubba. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
that's a big boy.
He told me. I can't spill the beans on him, but he told me, and that is a freaking monster.
He won't tell me what it is. He keeps giving me bogus numbers. He won't let me know.
People tell me a lot for some reason, but it's always this hey, this between me and you now. So
Yeah, he won't tell me. I
gotta
told him
kinda keep
mine.
it quiet.
So I gotta
I
give
gotta keep
Addison.
it quiet. So,
Is
wait,
his
say-
a Ford
CJ?
motor?
Yeah.
Is Johnny's is a Ford motor?
Yep.
Oh yeah. It's a
It's a-
big one too.
Yes, it is. I could tell looking at it. He told me how big it was, and I was like, Johnny, that is not what you told me. That there's no way.
What you guessing?
He told. What do I guess?
What you guessing?
It's above 720. It's above 720. It's above 700. It's not a 706. He tells me it's a 621. I know it's not a 621.
JB, you can drop one race, man. One race. What did he tell you it was?
621. I know it ain't no 621. It's probably been 800. If I had to really guess, it's either like 780s,
I can't say
790s, probably maybe borderline 800.
I can't say nothing. Just it's a lot. I'm telling you. When he told me, I was like, dude, what? He's like, yeah, that's between me and you now. I said, God dang. No wonder you letting out of it and still out running fellas going out through there. Man, it's unreal. It's kind
And
of like
it's a
one of the motors you
nitrous
see
motor,
on it's like one of the motors you see on that Street Outlaws. What's it called?
No prep kings.
Yeah, no prep king. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of it's that kind of cubic inch.
He ain't messing around. He don't want to get beat.
Yeah, I gotta get my motor back. I hurt Mushroom. Mushroom's going to the doctor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have to put Old Reliable back in there or take the motor out of Purple Haze and put in it.
I mean, I know a good motor man. I mean, I see everybody. I'm gonna say something. I see everybody sending their motors here, sending their motors there, and the sons of bitches ain't holding together, Gavin. I know a good motor man right down the road here, about 2 doors down. It'll
Oh,
hold all
Shecky?
you can stand. It'll hold all you can stand, brother. I don't know if you mess with nothing big as what y'all got, but
Now I just got unlucky. I think we turned it a little too hard in West Virginia.
yeah.
We turned it 8,500. That's pushing it.
That's a lot.
They,
For,
Oh, what's going on
a
with my
big
camera?
block.
Oh boy.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Who's a Rhett watching on the series page? Come on, Rhett. You need to join. I don't think Purple Haze is bigger, brother.
I wish.
But there was supposed to be a truck coming in the Sheck engines this week, but the man won this past weekend, so he might not bring it.
Check engines. You got a little side hustle.
Yeah, he's trying. He's retired now, so he's working on something. Somebody's supposed to bring the truck for him to work on, but that cat won this weekend, so
See, I still got me and Johnny's race dialed in, but he's got himself a new toy. I
oh,
might need
yeah.
to hit now.
I called a fella about
I might have to change the rules.
I called a fella yesterday. Well, I didn't call, but Shecky called a fella yesterday about a new motor for the old red little Rebel. A little more cubic inch.
Turn it your horseshoe killer.
Oh yeah, we get this motor in it, we'll be a horseshoe killer.
Is
Top
that
secret?
steel-headed motor?
Yeah, the red truck's steel headed 406, buddy. But the one we called
Run.
about, it ain't steel headed. Do what?
That thing runs good for steel-headed 406.
I'm telling you,
Right.
man, that's that Sheck engines, baby. We pulled that motor out of a church bus
Damn.
and put it in Toyota.
When do I drive it
It
again?
It runs good, and then we don't add a little more pooch to it.
Hey, if
drives
Walker's
good.
sick, you ain't feeling it,
Just let you know, huh?
just give me a phone call. I'll be there.
You cost me too many front ends, Gavin, when you drive it.
Hey, I warned
That's
him. I was like, I'm hard on stuff. I'm gonna warn you.
Yes,
I will-
Jeffrey, that's a stock church bus motor in that red truck, Jeffrey.
That's like the community truck. I know Cody's run it a couple times, huh?
Yeah, it runs, man. I mean, it ain't nothing spectacular. It just it works and it runs. It runs good for what it is. But it's got a good set of steel heads on it. I mean, a damn good heads on it. And it works.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit more stout than I was expecting.
Yeah. If I put him too much motor in, he outrun that purple one.
Can't do that now.
Yeah. I'm about to retire and let him have it anyway.
Oh boy.
He won the little Young Guns belt. He took it home this weekend.
A lot of times when my dad anymore, he just let me run. And he's like, I'd rather sit back and watch y'all run than me run. I was
Yeah.
like, because he hadn't run his limited truck in probably like 6 years, and I finally had him get back into it summer before last, and that was his first time in it, and he was like, his hand was shaking a little bit, you know. I was like, what the heck's wrong with you? He's like, I don't want to mess up. He said, I ain't running in so damn long.
Yes, that's the only thing about Walk. He always draws. I don't hardly ever get him watch him make a pass. Because I'm in the truck, warming my truck up, or I'm right behind him.
Yeah, because y'all in the same class. That makes it
Yeah.
harder.
So it's kind of hard, but he'll drive the snot out of it, buddy. I give him that.
When you
I
gonna
think
put
I'm
him in
gonna
yours?
I'm thinking about it, Bo.
I think he's ready.
Yeah, I think his mom will have a
Has he ever
fit,
driven
bro.
a rack?
No. All they ever drove with the power steering.
It's the only thing, man. He's gonna be
Oh, he wants to
spoiled.
drive it. He wants to drive. He said, Daddy, I can outrun you in it. And I said,
BT, he might.
oh, he might.
might.
He's quick.
He's got the
young,
reaction
man.
time.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's what he told me. He said, I might call you out on that shootout. We have call outs first rounds. And now I'm doing that, son. I'm drawing from the bucket, brother.
Trying to take you out.
What type of tree is it? Can you dial times on it, or is it just
instant green, baby?
instant green?
I got a timer. It's got a timer on the green light, so I can set a time. But the thing we don't want to do about that is, somebody might get used to it and they can count 1, 2, 3. So we put it on a switch. There'll be a fella standing in the middle of the track where we line up, and he's gonna hit a button.
That's the best way to keep it from guessing.
And go. It'll keep them.
I'm gonna have to call someone out. I'll have to find someone. I don't even have a truck. I can't talk. I don't have a truck.
Oh, you have it by then.
I don't have either truck.
How soon's Purple Haze gonna be ready, Gavin?
I hope by August. I hope.
2024.
I hope. It's
It
getting
did have
there.
the motor sitting in it when I went over the other day.
I think cage is finished. Just front end's not. Just a lot left. Front end needs to be
He's
put
gotta be
underneath it. Ladder bars need to be made. Cage needs to be tied in to the rear end. It's a lot. Seat needs to be put in it. Steering wheel needs to be put in it.
You need to
Yeah,
get.
probably next season at this rate.
We're gonna do. You get Purple Haze and you get Mushroom back together. We're gonna do a little test with our light here in a weekend or so.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody's out there, hit me up if you want to come test on the light. we're gonna make sure everything's running and all that. See, I see Cheese Puff and Snowman is locked in for spots 5 and 6. First time we can get heads up somewhere. Oh, this is that doggone that list, he's talking about. The list.
What's the list?
Something a list Rhett put together. He got 5 trucks on it. And I guess I don't know how he's gonna work that thing.
He's running heads up against people? Or you just get
I reckon you call somebody out. If you outrun him, you get their spot on the list.
Oh, like King, like the damn what
Like
they do in
Street
Street Outlaws?
Yeah.
It's for everybody, right? It's not just
Yeah,
for one
whoever.
class.
No, yes, whoever, whatever, you can get the call out. And I think he's got Will Hudson's number 1. I was number 2. It was I got the look. He sent me that text, but he's got like 5 from when we went to Orangeburg and raced. He made him up a little list, but he ain't gonna keep me. I ain't gonna stay up at number 2-1 with all these damn gone killers around here. I think we need to give us a list and go somewhere else. We go to Mississippi or somewhere and race, get some call outs, Gavin. When you want to
I
go?
agree. They already got the Kings of Street people calling out.
They don't
Chris.
want to.
I still think they said Chris couldn't place top 3. I think he could. Even with his truck not set up like they are, I think he could place top 3.
I think
As long as it don't have
Even
hills
letting
in it.
out in the middle of the track, getting back on it, I still think he'd be top 3.
I mean,
Because I've
we
run.
don't run a bunch of. We don't run.
I don't run stuff like that. I took Purple Haze and I would run tracks complete like the horseshoe. Now, granted, like Twitties,
Yeah.
I was still placed like top 4, which isn't great, but you know, that's why I think he'd get top 3.
But see, that's another thing. If we get this horseshoe class going, that them boys fit it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Come on, get you some.
I don't think they'd survive. Not with the people in the series.
That's why I can think you take our top 5 trucks in any class. Any
Yeah, they
class.
won't. Any
top
class.
5 trucks. Go anywhere. What do you think, CJ? Anywhere you want to go.
Yeah, I think if you have a horseshoe race and Riggs is there, you better watch out.
Riggs is the man with them horseshoes, brother.
He's fast. He don't let out. He just lets her eat.
Yeah, he's got that figured out for sure.
Corey's pretty good at them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey.
No, BT ain't worth a damn.
Maybe you need to hire a driver.
I got one. He's coming along. They better watch out. But
put old Walker in the 8. Let him try the horseshoe.
I'll be buying
BT
new body
have
parts.
a heart attack.
I'll be buying new body parts, man. He gonna outrun him in that red truck. That's the horseshoe truck right there.
No, that red truck is. It just drives good. You can actually get in on the corner. You ain't got to worry about it flipping over.
And we're gonna drop it down about 3 inches.
I'd like to try a horseshoe. I've never done it.
Yeah, they're all right, man.
It's different.
I don't like to turn. I like to go straight and fast. I don't like letting out of it and have to get. I like to let it eat and get it.
I've never tried it, and I always wanted to. And I come to your track, and that was that race that I come to that.
Yeah.
I thought I had the rocker arm from Steve Fountain, but it ended up not working out, so I missed out on the horseshoe at your place.
Yeah.
And then
that's
the other horseshoe. Yeah, I don't know if I can make the turn. It'd be interesting.
That horseshoe we run's a tight one at our house.
That was tight.
But it
was
evens odds.
That was tricky.
It kind of helps us out. You can't just. You got to be able to get it.
Yeah, but it was good because it slowed you down. You didn't have like a big running start to get. Like you turned straight into a mud pit that was boggy.
Yeah. See, that's my opinion on these horseshoes. If you got a less horsepower truck, I can say a slower truck, but a less horsepower truck, you ain't got to let out of it all the way around the turn.
That's the
you know
strap
what I'm saying?
for it. Yeah, it is.
That's
where horsepower, like getting above 900, is not in your favor. You get too much mile an hour, you can't stop. It's too hard to stop.
I say,
Or like,
we
or
call
you
it-
spend too much time stopping to make the turn. You're not competitive.
yeah,
I feel
I
like
s-
it would be hard. You have to let off before you come out of the end of the
Yeah.
pit, before you get into
Yeah.
the turn.
see, that's my problem. I'm trying to judge it. I'm trying to judge it when I got to get out so I get back in it.
It
I
is
just don't like all
really, really hard to judge because you don't know how fast your truck's going to go. Because if your truck hooks up and goes, it might pick up.
Yeah.
I've picked up half a second on second round passes. If you're doing a horseshoe and I pick up half a second and I gauge it from the same spot I did the first time, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
I just think we need to get on Kansas Street thing.
Yeah.
We'll call them out for the shootout in September and come get
Mhm.
them some straight line. I don't
They're
think they got
not
a
gonna
truck to
come.
outrun that.
No, they ain't going to come.
Are you
I
guys
mean, we took-
doing
I say, CJ?
for that heads up race at your place in September? Or is there going to be any kind of times or anything like that? Or
I
is-
can get the times, but we running off first one to the other end.
First one to the finish line. I hope
The only
the
reason-
Kansas Street people come.
The only reason I was asking is because I think there's a bounty on, what is it, Big Tire for
Yes.
fastest pass.
Yeah, the
Yes.
fastest pass. We'll have the timer set up. I'll set the
Well,
timers
that's-
up just for that.
I was just curious if you guys were going to try and include times for that, for the Big Tire, for that bounty.
I forgot about that, to be honest. So yeah, we got to do that for that extra $500 on the fastest pass of the year. Anybody can get. You ain't got to be in the series to get it.
Currently, Addison has it. Fastest pass.
I think it's
where's
like
that?
a 3.8 or something.
it was at-
right?
Where was it? Little Do, pretty sure.
Yeah.
That'll be broke on the flat track, I believe. 3.8.
Yeah.
Addison
Yes,
holds it.
Addison 3.2 what I guess that's Rhett on the series looking at us saying.
Oh, that probably Jeremy at your track.
The only thing Jeremy had going against
Yeah,
him is it was a longer track.
It was 275.
It's
Yeah,
275.
it's a lot longer.
And they missed out at Little Do.
Yeah.
Him and Jay both weren't able to go that weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure they'd have been close to it again there.
oh yeah, that's
I
the track. I,
wanna-
figured that's would have set the records at Little Dudes, is what I believe.
I want to try and get it. I want to beat Addison's record. If I
You
get
wanna
my
borrow a
truck, ooh, I need to. I'll borrow it. I'll take it.
It ran pretty good last weekend before last on the flat track. It was rolling. I
They
had to
picked the
get my race.
tires up. I saw it. Me and my dad were like, oh damn, BT's picking tires up.
I gotta run my race again. I gotta
Do you
run my
guys
race
have times?
for Orangeburg. The girls' race, yeah,
Yeah.
we had times.
Were you guys
I don't
pretty
know what-
close?
I believe mine was a little fast. I don't know what my time was, but I believe mine was a little faster. Wasn't much, but
That was
It
what,
was-
200 feet?
yeah, 200 foot. I think I run a 3.4. I think it was.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's getting down through there. It was pretty hard. It was a pretty hooking track.
That's what I heard. It was pretty fast. Gavin
never-
went down a fast one, I heard.
Oh, at Orangeburg? Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the fastest I've ever been was a 3.4. I run a 3.4 in Orangeburg and a 3.41 or something at Cobbtown one time last year before last. It's fast as that purple
Yeah.
truck's ever been, baby.
Was that at the series race the year before last?
It might have been.
I was gonna say I got beat by one of the walkers. They got them
That
Jeeps.
little Jeep. Yeah, that Jeep's
Yeah.
fast, brother.
I thought I won that race, and turns out he ended up getting me. I was like, ah, crap. I thought I was
Yeah.
getting the belt. I'd been chasing
Jeeps
that
is
thing
fast.
and chasing you all year, and I thought I was getting that belt. And they're
Ain't
like,
nobody chasing me now.
2
It's,
years ago we were.
Yeah, I
You were
done went
hard.
down
You
there.
were hard to catch.
Yeah, everybody done caught me now. I think mine was
I-
driver. I think all them turnovers kind of hurt my feelings. What my daddy said.
Well, you
Letting out
quit
of-
doing that.
Yeah. I let somebody else win it. I'm in the promoting business now.
I'll tell you what. I've been there, done that. It's not fun.
I don't like it.
Well-
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I'll let out that suck in a minute now, but I'm getting a little better. It got so bad. Not this race, but the last race at your place, Pat, Gavin. My wife called me after the race. You know, I think Steve outrun us. And after the race, Ashley says, "Look here, if you're gonna race, you're gonna race. You can't be letting out of it because ain't nothing close. So if you're gonna drive it, you're gonna drive it." I said, "Damn, even my wife's getting on me." I said, "Okay."
Oh, it takes the nerve out you. It took me a year to get my nerve back when I flipped Purple Haze, the first one.
Yeah, I flipped mine. It was bad. I fixed it and flipped it the next weekend. So that's what
I
that
flipped
water
that-
gets me.
I flipped that one. It was on a fast track, and I was on a pass, and I should have lifted. But I didn't. My dad always told me, he's like, you lift, you lose.
Yes.
So I didn't lift. It was a bad idea.
I feel like I have prevented more wrecks from not lifting than I
Yeah.
have from staying on the heat. 'Cause a lot of times when you let out of it, you're out of control. But if you're still on it, you got a little bit of control. Not much, but just
Yeah,
enough.
that's what Johnny Martin told me. He said, "Look at man, if you let out of it, it's worse than trying to steer out of it."
I agree.
So
That's the same philosophy I use. Just like even if I'm out of control and the truck's sideways, just stay on it because I have a higher chance of saving it by staying on it than letting out. Because if you let out on it, you don't have control. Wherever direction the truck is going is where you're going to go.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
good.
a lot of guys, when my dad used to run that NMRO circuit, that they'd let out, and that's when the bad things would happen.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
rail cars and stuff, especially, they'd come out the end, they'd let off, block up the brakes, and then they just start barrel rolling,
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happened to me at Tyndall, man. It jumped to the right, and I just let out and rolled up on the bank and rolled over in the mud, in the water. But it was a little too much for too late. It is what it is. We might need to, Gavin, we might need to get them King of Street fellas on here one night and see what they
Oh,
want to talk
yeah.
about
Oh yeah, I'm
We can-
down.
next week.
Let's do it. I'm
If
ready.
anybody's going to Tyndall Farms next week, night race under the lights, Tyndall Farms, Horseshoe, Hill and Hole combined.
Yeah, I
You
feel
got
like our
that going
horseshoe
on.
trucks would be very competitive against them.
Yeah, they got that Daytona 500 corner down there.
I wish they didn't have the hill. I love the corner there.
Oh,
That broke my heart when they put the hill. I was like, man.
he says it's gonna be like a rolling hill, so I don't know what they call a rolling hill.
Yeah, but if it's like hitting a speed bump. If you're going like 40 and hit a speed bump,
Yeah,
not good.
that's
You
what
might be
I'm
able to hit
worried
it
about.
going 10, 20.
Yeah, kind
you
of
see-
scary, unloaded chassis.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not set up for that because the damn front end's going to dig in. No.
Cause you see some of them
Yeah.
them King of Streets fellas, some of them races they have, they be tearing them bastards all up, boy, them jumping and I ain't built for that. I think that's a little more tough truck deals what they run, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I seen one video on YouTube from them guys from last year. They definitely have a lot of guts. The one guy I
That's
seen,
what I was about to say.
his truck had one tire on the ground, and it was the back right tire. That old boy didn't lift. He stayed
Yeah,
in it the
drive
whole
straight out
entire
of it.
time. Yeah, like I've seen them. They be up on two wheels, looking like they're gonna roll over. They don't care. They don't lift at all.
They'll drive it now.
I give them credit. They put on a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. It's impressive.
It's a lot of time fixing trucks. They break
That's
a
why they
lot
don't-
of stuff.
That's why they don't have, but how many trucks they bring? 9 trucks
9.
out of 20 or how many ever? I ain't sure count, but yeah.
Did you see the video from them at Dennis Anderson's?
Yeah.
Whew. That's
I'll turn the
impressive
whole-
stuff.
They got to be some tough trucks to handle that, to put up with that.
A lot of money lost that day.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of rough.
Broke a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We'll get them though.
Yeah.
Straight line. We'll
Yeah.
take on anybody.
Straight line.
I'll put the Land Cruiser against anybody. Who wants it? Straight line.
Yeah, you can only try. That's all there is to
That's
it.
what I say. The worst thing you can do is outrun me, brother. That's it.
Yep.
And it
I'll
won't be
go
the
get
first
Jackson
time. And I
against the Land Cruiser.
promise you won't be the last. How about Jackson, man? He made 2
That's-
complete passes this weekend.
He actually did. When I was watching him, I was like, damn, he's actually moving through it.
Hey,
Most
watch
people
out
are getting
now.
stuck, and he crawled through it like nothing.
Hey, Bo. Hey, he dug out, brother. Once he gets him that little, I think they're building the S10. They get a little S10 running with that small block. He's gonna be trouble. Trouble.
Yeah. He's going to be a heck of a driver.
Yeah, he'll drive that thing, man. He's young too.
Now, one
No
thing I
fear.
did, one thing I saw at Palmetto is I saw trucks I thought I would never see get stuck.
That's how you separate them, brother. I'm telling you.
I mean, I was stunned that people are getting stuck. When Addison got stuck, I was like, okay, this pit's pretty deep.
I don't know what y'all did to it. I had to take the blame for it, but y'all did a pretty good mud hole. A pretty good mud hole. Now, if I would have won, it'd have been some shit talk, but I didn't win, so
You're being humble.
no, I got outrun. I got beat. That's all there is to it. Rick got me. He got the bog truck, buddy. And he beat me last weekend too. Weekend before that.
Oh, Ricky
Horse.
Horse, so he's the only person Big Star that made it.
I know.
Without the pit being groomed. He crawled it.
Yeah, that was. I like it.
I think if I wouldn't have let out, I think I'd have made it through with the Blazer. I just thought something was wrong. I thought something was wrong because it like pulled hard to the right. Then I was talking to Curtis, and he said, "You got to aim left." He said, "There's a hole over there." He said, "It was sucking you in."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a bunch of the truck's problem. They got stuck. They lost momentum and let out of it, and that was it.
Yeah.
Done.
You're done.
Done. If you ever let out of it, that was it. That's what happened to Robbie. Robbie was rolling, and it went to the wall. He patted it, and that was it. Done.
I give Johnny credit for not getting that front end dirty, for him like gagging it, keeping it on top.
Yeah, Johnny will drive now.
I didn't get to see Robbie's pass. All I seen was it stuck sideways up against the wall.
Yeah, it was short-lived. It went straight to the right, and he let out of it, and that was the end of it. That was the end of it. Yeah, you couldn't fail. You had to have it. Get what you could get. And mine was digging. It was going, and it got almost the end, and there's a hole down there, son. And oh man, it was deep.
I wish I had mushroom, man. That I wanted to spray it so bad in that pit. That was a perfect pit for it.
I think it needs to be like that next race.
It was nice and smooth, that's for sure.
That's why I wanted to spray it, because it would just glide.
Yeah.
I think y'all need to keep it like that. I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it too. Now I might make it if it is ever like that again, not as bad, so people can make it.
Yeah, it's level. Damn pit's level now. All y'all gotta do is keep the water out of it, keep it pumped out, and we can work that thing then, man. It's
pulling people out's the pain in the butt part of all that.
Figure that out.
Take a lot longer.
Yeah, y'all buy a good strap. I got a tractor, and we'll pull them out next time. That was the only kind of slouch, was having to pull them out.
I agree.
And
make it to where people can make it, but boggy enough where it's still, you got to work for it.
Yeah, you got to dig. Yeah, I mean, it was good though. It leveled the playing field a little bit in my eyes and the classes, because you give the other fella
bog style trucks a chance to win. Dude, I saw trucks get stuck. I was like, wow. I never ever thought these people could even get stuck.
Yeah. I think you need that though. You don't want the same 3 or 4 trucks whipping everybody every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of keeps it going.
It made you see which trucks really got on top though. Like truly got on top and floated.
Mine didn't get on top. That bitch was in the bottom.
No, you were bogging.
Y'all ain't got no grass in that pit no more. It's all up on my trailer from under my truck.
I was gonna say I found a lot underneath that Blazer too.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro.
I found a
awful.
Was it a pain to clean?
Piece of plastic.
It wasn't too bad.
I didn't clean anything.
It come off pretty good. I text Walker like 7 o'clock Sunday mornings, man. You come to wash his truck. He called me like 7 o'clock Sunday night. Man, I just got your text message, Daddy. Yeah, right.
Oh, he shits you.
It was cleaning in the shop. Old friend's new truck. Didn't get stuck. Jeffrey talking on him. And Steve said nobody got on top. They all ran the bottom.
I think the only trucks I saw get on top was Jason King and Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm shocked Johnny stayed on top because Johnny was just gagging the throttle and it still floated.
And I was like, he ran like a 4 or something, didn't he?
Yeah.
I
was shocked. I was like, every time he let out, I get a heart attack. I'm like, oh my God, all that mud just going straight in with no air cleaner too.
He drove it. I mean,
give him credit. I
wish you had your video on YouTube. I could have shared it, but I can't get it off Facebook.
Yeah, I got to process all the footage. We got like 150 gigabytes of footage. It's a lot.
Yeah, we're going to have some videos and interviews. And Did you get interviewed, CJ?
No, I didn't.
They're supposed to get everybody.
No, I might have been running around.
They got me, but it ain't gonna be good. It's probably gonna get me in trouble.
BT's was good. I got the photo though. It's a really good photo.
I was trying to get ratings, putting them ratings up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're making claims.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve had some things to say about your claims. We passed the word to him. We're stirring
Steve
the pot.
did.
Yeah.
Good deal.
We asked Steve what he thought about your claims.
I mean, that's what it's about, buddy.
You guys gonna make that into a YouTube video, Gavin?
Yeah. Make it into like a short episode, like episode 1, Palmetto Mudway. We'll come up with something creative. Cool. Like a short, we'll montage it down into probably 10 to 15 minutes, so it's something that's not too dense, and it'll keep the main highlights of the night.
Right. Steve said it did. I didn't do crap, eh?
It was
Steve
funny.
Must be talking some junk. That's my buddy, though. That's my buddy, Steve. But yeah, that's what we ought to do, man. I'm telling you, we get us some episodes going. We might be on Discovery Channel before you know it, CJ, huh?
That's what it's about, man.
I don't know about all that, but it sounds fun.
You got to pump content, spend money, and pump out. Pump.
I can talk. I can talk trash with the best of them. Now I don't mean no harm, but if you want to talk trash, I can talk trash now. My wife says I talk too much.
Oh, you can't ever talk too much. There's like different levels of talking trash. Some people are bad at it, and some people are good at it. You're good at it.
I didn't talk none Saturday night because I know there was some feelings. I ain't gonna say feelings. There was some emotions and tense in that. So I said I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, Saturday's a little intense.
I mean, it's part of it. Steve said we need some of that. Yeah, I agree with that, Steve. He said we need some of that Discovery Channel money. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a big sponsor.
Amen. Yeah. Anybody knows any big sponsors want to jump on this deal? How many trucks we got? 45 trucks, Gavin.
Yeah.
Baddest DOT tire trucks in the country. Period. In discussion. We need to get some sponsors. Somebody jump on. Let's get it.
That's why I want the recordings, because if you go up to like a sponsor and you're doing your 30-second pitch, you're like, what are you? Show them the video. You don't even have to explain it. They already know.
We working on it. We getting there, but we getting there.
Oh, we are.
Did you guys see that the Street Outlaw guys went and raced some mud trucks down in Texas last year?
I saw that.
Oh, man, they need to come to us.
Yeah, they don't want to that. Yeah. One of them like to wreck it, didn't he? I think one of them like to wreck it.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, Miss Katie told me my wife was bragging on me looking for vacation research. I hear that. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes my wife told me, Gavin, CJ, I think it was Saturday, we was on the way to y'all's track, had the truck loaded going down, and she said, look him. After the night, there's no mud truck talk. Period. That's the end
of it. My mom does that too, bro. She gets so tired of us talking about it.
because we've been racing for like the last 4 weekends in a row. She said, that's enough. No more mud. No mud truck talk. I said, yes, ma'am. And
Not
then
till
as soon as she
Wednesday.
if she come home today, I started talking. She said, I thought I told you no mud trucks. I said, well,
Yep. We got same thing in our household.
we can't have it.
Same
She
rule.
said, I'm tired of hearing it. But hey, I try not to talk about it all the time, but that's about it.
It's hard not to.
Yeah, it's a bad obsession, I guess you would say. Good.
Some say that what's that saying? It might have been cheaper to have a drug addiction than mud racing addiction.
Yeah.
It just ain't as fun though. Yeah. I don't know. The drugs might be cheaper. You reckon?
It might be. I don't know the price for them.
It's rough.
Probably are
It's
cheaper.
rough.
I don't know. I tore my motor up, so yeah, I'd say they're cheaper.
And then I got my little girl's 11. How old are you now? 11. Yeah.
Do you know my age?
And now she's wanting to race, so now I gotta
Ooh.
find something. She wants to drive the red
Oh
truck,
boy.
Yeah, Mommy said I can't.
but her mom
Hey.
said she can't drive the red truck.
Walker can get promoted to the monkey. She can
There you go.
get
She can
promoted
take
to
over.
red
the trade.
truck.
I'll
Yeah.
just pull them and pay the bills. There you go. What'd you
There
say?
go. Number
Wife said
number
that
one
ain't
crew
happening.
chief.
I said that ain't happening. I got a little samurai I'm trying to rig up for once I get it. Matter of fact, I got it from Patrick. I dug it out the junkyard down there.
Oh yeah. We got it all.
I gotta get that running. Yeah, it's a bad obsession, Miss Katie.
That's what she said. Cash flow needed.
Yeah.
Hey, them motors get expensive.
You ain't lying.
That's especially we just hurt one. It's brand spanking new, man. Whew.
That's right. I ain't knocking on the motor. Most of mine's other parts. Jared talking about he gonna trade us the aggravator for a little rebel, huh?
No.
We can build you one, man. We can build you one, Jared. Ain't no problem. We got a new fella. I don't know if I told you, but Walker's little fellas that go to school with Walker came with us to Orangeburg and spent the weekend and went racing with us in Orangeburg. And he's like, man, I want me a mud truck. He said, I got a motor. Me and my dad want to build one. I got a Vortec 565 something other at the house. I want something to put a truck in. I want something to race. I said, well, Bo, if your daddy says, all right, no, you want a mud truck, we got one at the house. I'll say Toyota. $250. You can come get it. Monday afternoon, he was pulling up at the house. Boy, he was happy as he could be. He built him a mud truck. All right, good luck to you, buddy. And then they was down there Saturday night at your place. They coming along, more mud racers. It's good for
yeah,
business.
keep it growing. That's what we need.
I started out like Jackson. I had a little 83 Toyota with a 22R in it, welded up rear end, locker in the front end, and just put her in second gear, low lock, and hold it to the floor.
Yep.
Wow.
Gavin's probably the only one that started with like 1,000 horsepower in his first ride and everything. See?
I did. I started off with Nasty Nico. My first time ever driving was Nasty Nico. And then Purple Haze, the first one, but the converter was mismatched. But it still made 1,000 horsepower, but it never really revved above 7,000. So I never got peak power. And then as I got better, he changed the converters and gears so it actually accelerate. Ooh, that scared the hell out of me. It scared the hell out of me.
We need to take Nasty Nico and make us a V-Trade out of that thing, man.
Yes, we do. I need motors, man. All my motors are hurt. Well, I only got one left. I got two. I got two left. No, I actually one. The one in Purple Haze is the only one that's good.
Get you one of them Chevrolet motors. You don't have to worry about that kind of deal.
Can't do it. Can't do it. I'll be breaking my identity.
I got one sitting in the garage.
Hey, the Fords make power when they're running. They're making power.
Yeah, but see, you get outrun with all that downtime when you're fixing them. I ain't giving you no hard time.
No, it's all good.
Oh boy. Well, fellas, it's 8:30. It's about my bedtime.
Yeah.
CJ. Glad you got to come on with us, CJ. It was good seeing you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no
Good little
problem.
talk. Anytime we on, hook us up. Come on and talk with us. You got the link now, so
Will do.
you good.
I'll try and get the old man to come on sometime.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
get your
Bring
daddy
him
on there,
on.
line it up. We'll line
Bring
it
him
up
on.
and get him on there and talk a little bit. He probably got some good stories.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of them.
I'm still trying to get Patrick on here, but I'm struggling.
I don't know if you'll be able to get him on.
I think he's wanted.
He likes
So-
being in the shadows.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I know. Good deal. Good
He
deal.
lurks
Hey,
in the shadow.
Gavin, I guess you're working on our points.
Yeah, I'll have him uploaded, posted up by tonight. Sorry for the delay.
Yep. We had
Been a
my
little
man
chaotic.
CJ from all the way from Pennsylvania, one of the small block killers on our and the small tire killer. Well, till next time on Between the Pits, we want to give our shout out to our sponsors, Johnny Martin, Well Drilling, everybody else sponsors help us do this thing. Until next week, we'll see y'all in Between the Pits next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. We'll see you.